What is up, all my fellow nerds out there? It is me, once again, the Epic Nerd, and welcome to the Epic Nerd Show. Streaming once, as always, from the multiverse, where we don't just ponder the question, we answer it too. Now, a little update. Broadcasting from the multiverse hasn't gone smoothly. I've done a few unboxings that I've had to scrap due to poor quality issues. It is a learning process. That being said, I think for the most part, I think the growing pains I've been experiencing should be behind me. So, what do we have in store for you today? Well, today, this is for all my Dungeons and Dragons nerds. Oh yes, and I am one of them. I just completed my first session 0 for all you Dungeon Masters and players out there of my new campaign, which I am DMing. Which is the Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus campaign. Now, if you're interested in this campaign, I've heard a lot of reviews and heard a lot of reasons why you should pick up this book. And from what I've seen, just from the very quick session that I've done, I'm liking where it's going. It gives, if you want your party to experiment a little bit more, try new characters, maybe some homebrew races or fighting styles, I think this is a good time to pick up this book because it's fun. There's been a lot of good reviews about it. There are some issues, but I think I followed what a lot of YouTubers I saw recommend. There's a good one on there, Sly Flourish's Lazy DM's Guide. Prep session notes on this campaign were really helpful. So go check him out. But the book starts off with your characters in Baldur's Gate. But the whole campaign is set around the city of El Terrell. But you just start, but like the most impactful and like hook gripping part of the story is watching El Terrell sink and fall and disappear into a giant gaping cavern. So that's where we started our party. I started the party in El Terrell moments before it began to fall. And it was a simple chase scene where there was no fighting. They had to roll some checks for some, to rescue some people, to make some jumps and stuff. And especially because we had one player who was out of the group the least experienced. The other members of the group, I ran for a session for a year and a half for them, so they knew what was expected in them. But doing a chase scene instead of just rolling for fights or pretty quick early on is a good way to go through most of the perception, athletics, acrobatics, checks and all that stuff, investigation, insights and stuff. It was a really good session. Everyone was happy with it. I got way more role play out of my characters than I was expecting. I think the last session that was my first attempt at being a dungeon master ever. So it was, I made a couple rookie mistakes that I won't make this time. Gave them some magic items that will never see the light of day in my campaigns ever. um, hit me up in the comments, DMs, if you know what I'm talking about. If you have some DM regrets for some magic items or stuff you thought, okay, this could help them, and then they use that item repeatedly to just ruin, or not ruin, but just piss you off and annoy you and wreck your campaign from what its intended purpose was. For all you aspiring DMs out there, I have a suggestion. Do not give your party a expandable fortress or an instant fortress. I forget the name. While good in theory, when they found out that anytime they expand the fortress, any bad guy near it takes a shit ton of damage. They decided to then just drop the instant fortress on monsters from the air. They decided to plug up cave holes, blocking the bad guys from getting to them so they could take a short or long rest. Yeah. Shit like that. So, yeah. I'd steer clear by the invincible fortress or the instant fortress, but to each his own. Let me know the funny ones that y'all came up with that thought, it's like, oh, this would be cool, and then you're just like, oh my god, why did I give them that? But anyways, we're having some fun. So, but let's get to today's unboxing. Now, even though I am running Baldur's Gate, and I've already, with my party, I opened a brick of WizKids miniatures specifically for the Descent into Avernus campaign module, which was reasonably priced, and I'd say well worth it because you get specific bad guys and specific monsters that you will fight in Descent to Avernus. But I want to play this campaign with all painted 3D physical miniatures, which I know is going to be expensive, but in my belief, it enhances the gameplay experience way more than unpainted figures and the simple clear plastic or cardboard miniatures. You can still run a game with those and it can still be fine, but it's just my personal preference. I like painted miniatures, and I absolutely hate nothing more than painting in all shapes, forms, and styles. I'm an artist. I draw. I do many other things. But I hate painting with the fiery passion of 1,000 suns. That being said, let's get to today's unboxing. What can we have today? I don't know. Boom! Yeah, that's right. We have a Dungeons and Dragons diecast set, which has Minsk the human ranger and Boo, a tiefling paladin, elf bard, orc paladin, and a beholder. This is a diecast set. I picked it up on Amazon for less than $12, $11. So let's bust this open. Okay. 2 points. And we got some tie-ins here. Not too many of them, just 3. Should have brought my thick scissors, but I don't have them. There we go. So the players in my newest campaign, we're doing some homebrew stuff. We're doing some interesting character play and designs. So I have a Asimar Paladin. We have a tiefling druid. And we have an Aarakocra fighter, which will be a gunslinger fighter, so that'll be interesting. We have, and last but not least, we have an atoning succubus, which is a complete homebrew class. But since Descent into Avernus, Journeys to the Nine Hells, I felt it was acceptable. So, like, each one is playing a little something different. The Paladin's pretty normal unless he takes a archetype class that I wasn't seeing. But I did give him a homebrew backstory to make him more of a fallen angel, so he would have a little bit more intimate knowledge of things coming up in the campaign. And he was also our first dungeon master in our first attempts at the Mines of Phandelver, when I kind of ingratiated myself with the cast or the players, and I was like, "Can I play? Please let me play. I just want to play." Because I spotted them in the window as I was walking my dog, and they let me play, and then we've been friends ever since. So it was amazing. Can't thank them enough for letting me do that. Oh my god, these things are heavy. Yeah, die-cast. I thought maybe the bases, but no. These things are sturdy, man. You get mad, you could chuck one of these to somebody and poke an eye out, you know. God, man. There we go. Ah! No. Okay. Let's see why. Just gotta reinsert the stick up his. I guess he doesn't have a hiney. His chin. Okay. Okay. Let's break out the trusty mini cam. Get it? Mini cam. Oh. Yes, I know I'm a dork. Sometimes it goes in conjunction with being an epic nerd. Let's see, this is, does it say on the back? No, but this is the orc. What do you say? I like the sculpt. It is pretty dope, as y'all can see. Right here. Like I said, it's fun playing with the multiverse, you know? You never know. Things might get a little funky. Alright. That is a repellent. I gotta say, like, it's kind of just two-tone. Just a little beige. Which, the good thing is that I have an excellent painter in my gaming group who hasn't really painted too many minis, but I have a ton of miniature paints that I can just give her, and then she can have at it, because that's what she loves to do, and I hate doing it. So, okay, next up we have our tiefling. Again, pretty just two solid color blockings. But I guess for $11 for these figures who are metal and painted, I gotta say, I'm not mad at it. I think that's a really good price, because there are some people on the internets, the interwebs, as one says, that are charging insane amounts of money for simple painted figures, which I know. I mean, and now I've noticed that people are just spending, trying to charge $20 to $30 for a miniature that they didn't even paint themselves. That actually just came in a WizKids painted D&D brick. So you got to watch out with just trying to buy one figure for $30 when you could get 32 figures, painted figures, for $100. I know that's a pretty quick jump, but you're getting way more for your value. So I believe this is Minsk and Bo. This one actually got several different colors, but I don't know if his head was half of his head was supposed to be painted purple. Anyway, there's that one. Man, these things be nice, because if you got like a real, if you got paper maps that need to be folded down, just throw a few of these in the corners and they'll be good. All right, that is Minsk. And then we have our Bard. Getting better, getting more colors. Only see one spot where the paint is applied badly. Everywhere else it's pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, my last experience with a Bard. It's fine playing with Bards, but just don't have a Bard that is also your rules lawyer. That can make things annoying. I was like, I get why the rules lawyers are there, and I'm not mad at people who want to stick to the letter of the law, but like, maybe, oh wait a minute, do these, I felt like these, some of these, felt like some of these eye stalks moved, or could be positioned a little bit different, but I'm not going to try and force it. And last up, of course, we have the Beholder. Beholders are fun, but you got to be careful with them. They can wreck your party pretty bad if you spring on a Beholder on your party too early. Luckily, yeah, my last campaign I believe had a Beholder in it, and they survived pretty good. A interesting side note is if you're playing a gun, if you have a gunslinger in your party, on the D&D Beyond app, which I highly recommend for a dungeon master, especially because I created all the characters in the campaign setting, and then all my players had to do was just create an account. They didn't have to pay for D&D Beyond, but once they clicked on the account, they were able to gain access to all the homebrew stuff I discovered and will be adding to my session, and they would get access to all the books that I've already bought on D&D Beyond, which is quite a lot. So if you're the dungeon master and if you don't want to have to bust out a book every 5 minutes, especially when people are leveling up, and you don't want to have to like flip through 1,000 pages, get paper cuts and so on, D&D Beyond is your jam. And for a dungeon master, you can pay it like $34 for a year, or like $3 a month, or $5 a month. I think it is highly worth it, and again, it's all about improving your gameplay, and I think D&D Beyond does that. But let's get back. I love this Beholder, but I don't know why. Like, I don't know about a solid blue one, But again, something my amazing artist player, I'm sure, will happily like to tackle. Okay, that is up for the first pack. Now, what could we have for the second? Get a hold of this. That is right. We have a WizKids brick of painted D&D figures. Now, this is Icons of the Realms, Tyranny of Dragons. Now, the reason I chose this set over just getting a second Descent into Avernus set is because I kind of don't have my characters miniatures picked out yet. I've on this website here, Minis Gallery, you can find the checklist for all of these. Sorry for the mic there. But you can find the checklist for all of these booster packs. You can sift through them. So it's not guaranteed you'll get them in just one brick. You might have to get a couple, which if you like collecting minis, like I now do, that is a really helpful resource. So you'll be able to, so you just don't just go on Amazon and it's like, oh, that's a brick. Let me get that, see what comes in there. If you want to be surprised, just grab a brick. At your local game store, these can run you about $100 a pop, from what I've seen. On Amazon, you can find some in the 90s, some older ones, maybe some Pathfinder ones. You can find, but for the most part, you will get them between $110 to $150 for a brick of 32 painted minis. And this one comes with, definitely since it's Tyranny of Dragons, comes with a lot of dragons. So, but yeah, we got gargoyles, green dragons, what else? Orc fighters. And we also have race, red dragons, dragonborn fighters. Yeah. Interesting. So, that is today. And so we will just open all these figures at once and let the fun commence. Okay. I feel like a kid at Christmas. I say I love WizKids, man, with their HeroClix figures, and now with their Dungeons and Dragons stuff. They're like my go-to source for painted awesome figures. So let's how to do this. Okay, first box. Now, what I'm really hoping for out of this set is an Aarakocra. This is the only set on the Minis Gallery that I've seen that has an Aarakocra figure. And the only one I can find on the internet of an Aarakocra comes from this set, but people want $30 for it. So, we will not be doing that option. So. All right, what do we got? Ooh, first off, we got a dragon. I like it. Oh, damn, that is a badass dragon. Okay. Oh, we also got a ultra rare. Nice, nice. All right, let's get him out as safely as possible. Nice. Where do I insert you? Oh, there. I'm trying not to force. Okay, there we go. I was in the wrong hole. That's what she said. See? Okay. So these are a snug fit, but you just don't want to like jam it together. Maybe a little CA glue later on. Well, put that in the mini cam last so you can see it. Ooh, we have. What is that? Looks like an ogre fighter. Oh man, the thing. Now these are awesome. These are painted. They're so detailed. I got some like. Oh my gosh. That is amazing. Okay. 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 All right. It's hilarious to me how they well, you're saying like they had the names on the bottom of the miniatures, but like this one was very hard to read. The letters are a little too close together. So, but this one, it's painted in white, invisible. Why can't you do that for all of them? But to each his own. Okay, let's do the Sun Elf Guard. Let's take a look. Got a little wonky javelin or spear there, but that is still excellently painted. We don't have no Sun Elves or Elves in this campaign that I'm running. Two of my players wanted to start as High Elves, but then they were like, oh, let's try something different, which I encouraged. I was happy about. All right. There's an awesome Sun Elf there. There we go. All right, let's do the dragon next. Which dragon is this? Ooh, a black shadow dragon. Wow. That, man, I was not expecting like that detail first box out, but to have a black shadow dragon, and a ultra rare invisible character, which I don't know if that many of my characters will be turning invisible, but it's good to have, you know. Number one, okay. Before I talk too much about the invisible character, so there's the black dragon, black shadow dragon, and last up the invisible gold dwarf cleric. So, a few things you could do with these invisible characters straight off is you can have, if you want to paint them, you can just primer them and paint them like normal characters. But if you're DM and you want to spring in your players, like, I'm going to turn invisible. How cool would it be to be like, okay, and then you remove their character from the board and you plop down a clear character. Maybe like I don't have an invisible dwarf in my party, but you know, as a representation marker that character is invisible, it's a visual sign that, oh yeah, I can't target that character for the DM, and it gives a little cool story. It makes the map a little bit more fun and interesting. So I was like I said, to each his own. But okay, that is the first pack, and I'm gonna say super happy about it. All right, moving on. All right. What is up next? What's in the box? Okay. We have a giant. Got a human fighter, which doesn't help my party. Doesn't help my cast members. Ooh. Okay. What else we got here? I don't know what that second figure was. I'll have to read the bottom when it comes up. Looks like we got a wood elf. Oh, come on. Be nice. Stone giant. Elder. Okay. All right, first up. What is this? I cannot read that at all. I have no idea. Maybe y'all can tell me in the comments what that is, but I haven't the foggiest. I'll have to go on a mini gallery and check it out. So, but that is a big butted, creepy little monster. So, I gotta say, it looks diseased and ate a lot of Twinkies. I'm not one to judge, but I've eaten a lot of Twinkies in my day too. So, we got a human paladin, a male. Which my human paladin or my Asimar paladin is playing a female. So again, won't be helpful, but I can make it work. Tell me, for the players out there that are watching this, what is your favorite class of hero and race of hero do you like to play? I like to play the dumber, bigger, let's just hit things when I get to play. I've gotten to play a couple times, and I've had a lot of fun, and I'm the kind of person that, I'll give a few hints, but like of strategy, but if no one's listening and people are talking for minutes on end, then it's like, well, I'm going to go do what I said I was going to do, and y'all can join me when y'all are ready. So it's got me killed a couple times, but I don't care. We got my party killed. Obviously, I haven't died in real life yet. Come close, but not yet. Next up, we have the elf druid. Again, not necessarily helpful for this campaign, but maybe the next one. Like I said, I got people who are partial to elves, so it's always good to have them. And it's good to have his NPCs, and you can never have enough humanoid characters when you're running a campaign, because story NPCs that have to be there, you kind of like, especially with painted miniatures, I feel if you struggle a little bit being very descriptive, I'm okay at description. I'm better at writing down, but when it comes in the moment, I kind of have as you might well notice while watching these videos, is that I kind of have so many thoughts in my head that I kind of tend to get off topic, or I can kind of forget half of what I wanted to say. So having pre-painted miniatures, I'm like, that's exactly what he looks like. I feel that is an immense asset and well worth $100 for a lot of minis. All right, now we have the Stone Giant Elder, and I gotta say, this thing is amazing, man. Like a Stone Age Dr. Manhattan. But man, I like Stone Giants. I like Giants in general. They're fun to play with. Yeah, they can do some damage to your party if you're not careful. But like everything in this campaign, if you throw something too hard, too early, it can wreck your party pretty quickly. But D&D Beyond also helps in that because they have an encounter builder, and once you have all of your players that have got their own characters in your campaign setting, then you can use the encounter builder, and it'll take those characters. You can plug them in, pick the monster, and it'll tell you how balanced that fight is, how dangerous it is. If it's easy fight, maybe you need to throw in something else, but you'll be able to see there what it is. And it also has the stats and the stat sheets for all those characters. But like, I think I have this, like, I don't have them with me, but before I had the pre-paying minis, I also bought all the monster cards that have all the stats on the back. Those were really helpful to me. I had to be a little bit more descriptive, but then like I just saw the picture of the character, and I was like, okay, so he's got this, and this, and I'd be like, he looks like that. They didn't get what I was saying. I'm currently working on a project to kind of I'm kind of trying to be a little bit innovative when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons. I'm not trying to like change how the game is played, really, but one of the things I want to do is the traditional DM screen. I want to make one out of wood, which there's plenty of ways you can find people making them out of wood. But what I want is the center section that faces the party. I want to have a little swiveling doorway, just big enough for my tablet. That way, if I can make videos of the monster coming toward them, or like how the cities started to begin fire, like the effects that is now affecting a city and stuff. That way I can just, anytime I flip that screen, they're like, oh, what is it gonna be? And they're like, oh shit, what is coming to kill us? Stuff like that. I think it's really fun. Let me know in the comments if you think you'd be interested in buying one. But moving on, we got another dragon. Oh, we got two dragons. Oh. I wasn't expecting two dragons in one box, but I'll take it. Nice. Again, I don't have the rarities on these. I just know that the ultra rare are the invisible figures. So it'd be nice if that could be something that they could paint on the backs. They don't necessarily have to put, I mean, I get why they put who made them and where, but not necessary. We know it's all over the box. Okay. All right. Okay. Should I put these in? Okay, it looks like, to be more helpful, it looks like the part that goes in the base is solidly round, and the part that goes into the figure has a little notch cut out of it. Make sure. Oh. Wait a minute. So we have. I say that's a bronze dragon. That's a copper dragon. Wouldn't you agree? We'll see. Like I said, like I've been saying, I'll check the minis gallery website to double check. But this one, it has the numbers on it: 2451. Come on, you. Trying not to break anything. It's on. I'm going to push any more. Okay. Let's see if I can read anything. Okay, Goblin Fighter, 6 of 51. Sorry I didn't call out the numbers and the previous ones. I didn't really see them very well. Like, my eyesight, apparently, I guess, is not the greatest. The Goblin Fighters, those are fun to have. Definitely need a little bit more than one. But, like I said, I from what I've looked on all of the... because I've looked up almost all the brick sets on the minis gallery website, that all of these bricks have a wide range of small miniatures to medium to large, suitable for not just the campaign that is named on the box. So to find all the characters that I want, I actually need this one. I needed this set. I need the Monster Menagerie 1 and Monster Menagerie 3 to get most of the... to get all of... hopefully get all of the characters minis, but to also have a wide-ranging scope of bad guys to throw at my party and try not to kill them, but at the same time, try to kill them. Oh, we have a kobold that has a lot of writing on it. Oh, no, I had it upside down. That's just Kobold Fighter, 5 of 51. Okay. Again, the smaller the paint, or the smaller the miniatures, like, it doesn't really matter how small these miniatures are. They're painting these things, and you're getting way more, like, let me just comparison. You're getting way more. Put this a bit. You're getting way more detail from this mini kobold than you are this die-cast heavy human character. Like, that's the level of craftsmanship and detail that WizKids has brought to Dungeons and Dragons miniatures, and I, for one, salute you for it. So, all right, moving on to... oh my God! Here comes a dragon. This set would have been so helpful when I ran the Tyranny of Dragons, or the Horde of the Dragon Queen, or whatever it was, and Rise of Tiamat. They faced a lot of dragons. This would have been super helpful to have this set. Yeah. Man, love these things. Like, even though they're like solid colors, the eyes and the mouth and like even the solid colored ones have so much, like, still have so much detail to them. Like, they have gradients and just amazing. I'm so happy. Like, I definitely would recommend this as if you don't know where your campaign is going. Like, if you don't know all the monsters involved, but like at least having, like, right now I got 3 dragons. I was like, look, 3 dragons, a giant, and a beholder. My fake evil DM laugh. But what I'm saying, yeah, definitely. I think a single brick can get you started to run a campaign. Like I said, if you're the DM and you're running a DM's guide and your monsters, I know a campaign book has a specific set of monsters that you're meant to be throwing at your characters, but it's your story. You write it how you want. So if you don't have that particular monster in your set, but you've got other things, use those other things. I'm just saying, you know. And I would tell anybody, never be discouraged to say, hey, I want to step up and try to be the next game master or dungeon master. It is not as intimidating as I thought it was, but I like the creativeness of it, the control. I like being surprised on the ways my parties are trying to destroy what I've just spent 12 hours trying to set up for them. No, it's fine. We got our first duplicate. And it's a dragon. It's a dragon I just opened up, too. That's funny. Not bad. I'm not mad at it. Oh, do we have anything in here? I don't think we have anything in here. What is this? Could this be one of the things I'm looking for? No. Oh, no, actually, I could definitely use this guy. He's a cult member, and there's cult members in the, definitely. So he's definitely coming in handy. So we have a cult member. We have a half-dragon fighter, so dragonborn. Had one in my last campaign. Would have loved to have him a character. Oh, we got another kobold fighter, so that's good. Like I said, if you're going to have kobolds in there, you need more than one. So now I got 2. So I'm doing 100% better than I was a second ago. And we got another brass dragon. Nope, I was wrong. Now I know. This is the copper dragon. This is the bronze dragon. Which is probably why their stands didn't fit all that well. Okay, so there's that. The cobalt is the exact same mini, so we don't need to show that. But here is the cultist member. While I pop out the base. Sorry if my mic is getting in the way. I'm getting used to this lavalier mic. Sorry for the echo of trash hitting my floor. But it is what it is. All right. These things do not want to set in very well. Alright. And there's the Dragonborn fighter. Oh man. Come on. Okay. Same size? Same size. Everything. Okay. Just for giggles, let's put them both up there. Tell me that site. Tell me that site doesn't instill fear into a player. Like, oh no! I was like, oh, you want to use your instant fortress on my dragon? Here, I'm going to throw 2 of them at you. Sorry I keep bringing it up, but I think that was, man, I was just, every time they even started to mention it, I was like, oh no. Oh no. But you learn, and I did. Ooh, what do we got next? Got a green dragon. Oh, man. Oh, I love this. So amazing. Someone's about to reenact the Chroma Conclave appearing. And if you don't know what that means, go watch Critical Role. Critical Role is amazing. And that is what gave me the Matthew Mercer's Critical Role DM style gave me the confidence to step and say, hey, I'll DM. But and we have a Hobgoblin fighter, which is useful. Still, ooh, getting a little dicey of whether or not I'm going to find my character mini. Oh, we got a doppelganger. Interesting. If I want to sow a little mistrust. Okay. Now we got a sun elf. So we got a sun elf we've seen before. We don't need to see that again. Let's do the doppelganger. There's there was a YouTuber that had 10 monsters that could just totally wreck your party if you weren't careful. And or I think it was it wreck your party or wreck your campaign. I think it was wreck your campaign, and one of them was a doppelganger. I was like, what, really? And but when you think about it, and the way he explained it is like, if you put in a doppelganger, if they run into a doppelganger just at random, that's one thing. But if you like bring if one of their main NPCs turns out to be a doppelganger, good luck with them ever trusting anything you tell them. Is like, oh, this is a friend of your party. And he's like, no, it's not. We'll just kill him. There's nothing wrong with being a murder hobo. Just saying. It's fine. Don't get angry. I'm just kidding. My friends, just having fun with you. All right, Hobgoblin Fighter. That's a pretty dope build. I like it. It's man, I gotta say, I was apparently like I did see somebody do an unboxing of this, but he was like, I don't know, man, compared to the newer figures, but man, I gotta say, like this set is 2014-ish. So math, I mean, don't make fun of me. I'm a DM who hates math. That's what calculators are invented for. So anyway, but yeah, like these miniatures are phenomenal. Like I was with that review, I was kind of leery. I was like, man, I hope these are paying, but these are paying amazing. I'm just like, so far, every one of these miniatures holds greater value than the metal ones that I just bought for $11. I would happily pay $11 even for maybe the cobalt, two of the cobalts. I think that is a good value for that. And last but not least, we have Raishan, another Critical Role reference. Like I said, if you haven't watched it, go and watch it. Like it is, Critical Role just turned 7, and I gotta say thank you for everything y'all done. I've kind of taken hiatus from watching all your episodes, but like I say, I'm back on the train, especially since I'm DMing again, because y'all doing amazing work, and I couldn't be. Like when I first discovered Critical Role, I'm not lying to you, I binged watched every episode for 3 months straight. That is the only thing I watched for 3 months. And at between 3 and 4 hours per session, that takes a while. That takes commitment. It is worth the watch. Definitely. They are amazing. Oh god. Man. This table, this section over here, flying dragons I have. When I'm gonna take a picture and show my partner, like, oh shit. I'm gonna instill fear into my party, which I haven't been able to do in a while. Because they weren't really scared of anything after. You know what you did. Okay. Not a dragon. Which at this point, I'm fine with. What is this? An ogre mage. That is interesting. That's amazing. Okay. Looks like we might have another cobalt on our hands. Nope, I was wrong. A quickling? I may not be. I can't read that so well. Oh man. Please, I still haven't found anything that's really useful for my party. Green Hag. Okay. We got Ballista. I believe the Ballista is on the more rarer side. It is higher up in the count order. So let's look at that one first. Like, yeah, that comes in help. That's definitely having mapping things to give texture to a paper map. Always 100% appreciated. Definitely hoping this time around to advance into the more the adventure terrain where the painted textured tiles, you build your map out of those. Looking into that could be fun, or I think that would be really fun. But I have to see. like how I like it. You know, it is what it is. That's Ballista. I definitely can't afford all the Dwarven Forge and stuff, but I would love it if I could. All right, try. I appreciate y'all for hanging in with me this long. We only got 2 more boxes. Sorry for not all these videos coming up. All these unboxing videos won't be this long. I promise. I think that is the quick ring. I'll take a swig. Oh man. A few more updates. What's coming up is I've recruited a pretty eclectic Hero Clicks cast. So here, possibly in the next couple weeks or so, I should be able to start officially making dream matchups. There's still a few IPs that I want to get. So we'll see next month where my finances are and how much I can splurge to bring you everything, but I definitely have enough to start now. So we'll be getting to that real soon. And the Ogre Mage, 2551. All right, man, I like the Ogre Mage. Now I'm curious of like what powers the Ogre Mage can do. That's a little funny. All right, moving on. I can't keep y'all. Oh, this is another dragon, but it's not the same copper dragon. We have a gold dragon, ladies and gentlemen. That is gold dragon. Man, that is an amazing gold dragon. All right, what else we got here? Oh, another quick ring, which we just saw. A human. Xantharm Bandit. Should be good. I could have used that in session 0. They fought a bandit guy. What is this? Needle Blight. Looks exactly like Groot. Anything in there? Nope. Okay, that's done. Alright, let's do the bandit first. There we go. While I assemble this, let's do like we've learned. Put the stem in first. Oh man, this tail is that tail is problematic. Okay. Wow. I thought it was the same build, but it is not. It is way more fancy. Okay, sorry. Getting distracted. The human fighter is pretty dope. The bandit. I mean, I swear. Tell me this does not look like Groot. You tell me. I think it looks exactly like Groot. Speaking of Groot, what does everybody thought about the new Guardians of the Galaxy video game? I gotta say, I loved it. I was not expecting it. I was not expecting it to be as good as it was, because I gotta say, I will get into this heated discussion later in a future date, but Marvel hasn't had the best track record with video games. DC in this area has been destroying Marvel in that category for a long time. But with Marvel Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy, I gotta say, Marvel's stepping up their game. And I, for one, salute you for it. I like it. I like it a lot. Don't get me wrong. All the Marvel games, like, are fun to an extent. Like, I think in the early 80s and 90s, Marvel was putting out great games and DC was putting out crap. Hate to say it. But once DC started coming out with the Arkham series of Batman stories, man, they just blew Marvel out of the water, because Marvel wasn't really competing that well. They had the Marvel Ultimate Alliance, which, don't get me wrong, was a good storyline, and I like how they did the Civil War, but the game mechanics is just that over-the-top view, and that was Marvel's wheelhouse for like 5 sets of games, because they had like an X-Men PSP version. They didn't want to stray from that. And I get it. It was a good mechanic, and the system worked, but there's so much more you could have done. And now we see what they could have done. And now I don't like the constant repeated missions in Marvel Avengers, but Guardian of the Galaxy so far is not the same, and I like it. All right. Back to Dungeons and Dragons, because that's what this episode is about, and us nerds never get off topic when talking about all the nerd stuff we love. It just never happens, I swear. I don't know who told you that, but it does not happen. Okay? But we have the gold dragon, and I mean, look at that thing. It's highlighted. It's got a different face. It's got the more Asian style dragon face with the beard tentacles, which is what I'm calling them. But man, the thing is amazing. And look at all the dragons I got. My party's gonna hate me. It's like, man, I don't know if there's a single dragon encounter in Descent to Avernus yet, but if there isn't, there is going to be some. Just saying. And I don't have a red dragon yet, which I really need a red dragon for a proper backstory part of my sessions. But man, and just thinking about it, I'm gonna have to get this set again, because if my buddy's character that I'm hoping for is not in this last box, I'm going to buy another brick of this. Which means I'm going to have a shit ton of dragons! Not a dragon. Damn it. Not what I needed either. But still, an amazing frost giant. Oh my god. Love it. I was like, look, if you paid $100, I guarantee you, if you just went and bought, sorry, damn it, Definitely CA gluing these once I get some more CA glue. But look, if you just went and bought damn it. Sorry. If you went and bought these dragons online, anywhere, there is no way you would not be paying less than $100. No way. I don't know the running price of dragon miniatures yet, but thanks to the miracle of editing, that is the average price of a single painted miniature of a dragon. So, yeah. You cannot say that this is not worth its weight, or not worth the $100 I spent on it, or the $200 that I will be spending on it. Because where is? Oh, there it is. Gotta make sure to keep them out. Okay, last box, y'all. Okay, we got. What is that? Female bard of some kind. I cannot read that, but man, I can barely make out anything. I mean, this is definitely got to be a goblin fighter, or yeah. This is bugbear. Like bugbears are awesome. I mean, this one's awesomely painted. Jesus. That's heavy, thick, and awesome. The female bard, I can say probably out of all of them, she's maybe the sloppiestly painted. But still, effectively painted. Okay. Goblin fighter. Wow. Thank y'all for sticking with me, man. It's been a session. Ain't gonna lie. I'm just disappointed I didn't get the Aarakocra. It is on the rare side of in this set, but like I said, got someone that turned visible, got some giants, definitely got enough small figures to run session 2 and maybe 3. Got enough regular fighters really to throw at the party. Between this and the Descent into Avernus brick that I bought earlier, which definitely, if you're running a campaign module in one of the books, I would definitely pick up at least a brick of that one, because each character model I think has unique characters specifically tied to that campaign. So, oh yeah, I already saw. Yeah. Make sure it wasn't hiding anything from y'all. I don't want to do that. Oh man, look at them damn dragons! I'm so excited. Alright, that is Bugbear. And last but definitely not least, look at that Frost Giant. That Frost Giant is amazing. I think out of all these, this and the Gold Dragon, best 2 sculpts, best 2 paints of this set, or of this brick. Don't want to say this set because Don't know everything that's coming, but amazing. Damn, I'm so excited. But now I have to go and study and prepare and take notes and do what a DM does. So, I would like to thank you for hanging in there. I know it was a long one. I appreciate all of y'all that watch. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this channel. Also, catch me on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter, on Patreon, where you can, when I start running battles, dream matchups, you can interact and decide and vote on how those battles, who fights in those battles, and special features added to the battles, as well as access to my Discord server, and so many more things. You can find it on Patreon at The Epic Nerd Show. You can find me on Twitter at The Epic Nerd Show. Hope to be on Twitch soon at The Epic Nerd Show. You sensing a trend here? Just type in The Epic Nerd on any social media website that you can think of. And I'm almost 100% sure I am on every one of them. Just The Epic Nerd Show. Bam! Anyways, thank y'all for I can't thank y'all enough. Thank y'all for watching. And as always, stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.